Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I'm JT O'Sullivan. Today, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, the game we all wanted. Probably not the game we thought we were going to get, although watching the All-22 tells a different story. Let's dive into it. Welcome to the QB School. So this video is a preview to the full-length video that's available over to the Quarterback School Patreon community. I'll put cards in the corner here as we continue through the video. But if you want the entire video, every single play broken down, minus the special teams, get over there to the Patreon community. I appreciate it. So watching the All-22 was really a different experience for me than watching the broadcast version of this game. I think most people didn't think it was the greatest quarterback performance on either side of the ball. Obviously, Tom had some critical errors with some interceptions. But for me, he made some really good throws. And if I'm the Buck coaching staff, the Buck players, the Buck fan base, I'm pretty excited about some of these throws that Tom Brady made. I think they really come through in the All-22. I think the New Orleans Saints have some issues on their hands as far as whatever was going on with Drew Brees mechanically, some of the throws, some of the spray misses that he just never makes. And so some great play calling from Sean Payton as always. But to me, really two different stories from watching the broadcast to watching the All-22. That's why we watch the All-22. You want the entire video, get over to the Quarterback School Patreon community. Let's get this one going. So the first play, motion across, this little corner. Great throw from Tom Brady. This thing drops perfectly. Little power pass. Again, this is an absolutely outstanding strike on a number of different levels. I like the design of these plays. Again, there were some design elements that I thought were outstanding in this game, and then there were some design elements that I thought left a lot to be desired that we'll talk about. But we essentially are getting a clear here, so we're running through there, and then we're running inside here, and really you've got a middle field close player, you've got an outside leverage man trail player, and this corner route, although, yes, technically he wins, this is about as good as you can get coverage-wise. Underneath, got to be a perfect throw over the top. They do it. I like the pass pro here to me, living on the edge. This is Patriots football to me to a certain extent as far as pulling the guard here. It's great action, not always the most sound protection, but that's an absolute strike. And Tom had a handful of those types of throws down the field. Again, pass pro here, watch the left guard pulling across, sets one-on-one on the end. That's tough duty. Again, nice job. Beautiful touch. And I mean, that's a legit strike. I mean, that's a beautiful throw. That's as good as you can do it. Outstanding. Great design, better execution, good start. Now 2nd and 2, down in the red area, and this is just Tom Brady doing this. This has been his entire career. They did a bunch of odd front in this game, meaning the center is covered. Right here, he's not. To me, Tom Brady makes the adjustment, gooses the center, basically gives him a little touch saying, hey, we're ready to go, quarterback sneak here. Because you can see the tight end up top, he's running a route. This is a pass play, a play action pass at the goal line. Tom Brady calls this under center, makes the adjustment, the audible, gets in the end zone from 2 yards out. 2 yards out quarterback sneak. I mean, he's been doing it forever. He's the best that's ever done it by far. Does it later in the game. Again, you can see this is an alert in a lot of offenses. He's just the best at it, meaning that we've got a 3 technique. We've got a 2-eye here. The center is uncovered. So he just gooses the center, gives him a little touch, and it's go. Again, you can see here we get the tight end coming out, run a corner route for what the actual play was. A great job by Tom. He does it later in the game as well when they're even wider defensive tackles. But then we get into some not great. And so, for me, this is a combination of design, execution. The first pick here, I'm sure that there are people watching this video that probably know more about this play than I do, but just watching the kind of action here as far as what's going on. Obviously a miscommunication, thinking Mike Evans is going to take the middle of the field. I feel like I've heard people tell me that Mike Evans made the right decision, Tom didn't. If that's the case, I probably think this is a design element more than anything else. Yes, obviously you don't want to have a miscommunication downfield, but when you see middle of the field open, you need 2 safeties here, some variation of split field coverage. I'm going to say the vast majority of the time, you're going to be attacking this area of the field with somebody. And if, to turn it down for whatever reason, whatever rules would tell you to not take the middle of the field, I'm going to probably make an argument that that's not the most sound way to attack this coverage. So again, yeah, can't throw interceptions. Can't be late down the middle of the field. Got to be on the same page. But, as far as tools, how to attack coverage, that doesn't look like it's the most sound way to attack this thing for me. I'm thinking middle of the field open. We're attacking the middle of the field, down the field. We'll play action. Again, this time we got 94 right in his lap. Again, design element here. Watch the center pull out for the defensive end. This is what I'm talking about when we talk about design. So now 94 is going to be in your lap. Like for what? What is the point of that? You think you're going to pull down 47, pull down the nickel 22, but now he's just in your lap. It probably impacts an element of the throw. That's just a really tough job for the center. Shotgun snap, go block the end, get blown up into the lap of the quarterback. All bad. Nice job right here by the perimeter going to make a tackle. So, we're going to talk about some good design. We're going to talk about some poor design, in my opinion. Right here, this to me is one of those things. The back is probably in the wrong here, but this is one of those misses to me. Like, I just don't see Drew Brees, being that off, whether that's a full throwaway. Normally, if I'd say that's a throwaway, you put that thing out of bounds. But for me, I need to go back to the wide here just to look at the running back. So when you do these types of all-out, we'll say like weak ISO or Bob type fakes, this player right here is responsible for, essentially, he's coming over here faking. He's responsible for right here, number 4 and number 4 to the strong. They asked him to do what most time is called scan, especially in these play actions. So he needs to kind of slow into this and have his eyes back here if he's nervous about it. We're not nervous about this guy coming. He's obviously not blitzing. So you can slow over there into the fake, and then the best running backs, the best pass protectors, and there were massive pass protection issues with the backs in this game on both sides of the ball. You would love to see him just abort the fake and go block this guy. Because if you do that, you got a shot to throw it down the field. Now, we talk a lot about how important it is for the back to be locked in on pass pro, but both teams had massive issues. Right here, to me, the back needs to abort the fake and go block this guy. But again, you don't see 10-yard misses very often from Drew Brees. And the misses were wider, I think, than I'm used to watching him perform at a high level. Again, watch the back 28. You just love to be able to see it. To me, he's not even looking. Like, he should be scanning to the right. He's not threatened to the left. Spider cam is in the way. He sees it late, but, at that point, you might as well be out there with 10 people. He has no impact on it. Nice job just to get it off. But, man, 10-yard miss. That thing lands 2 yards in the end zone. It lands in the end zone. Tight end's on the 9. Just sloppy in that regard as far as some of these misses. And it was consistent. Here's after that interception, we come back. This is just a little speed out. Is it a massive miss, a wide miss? No, but it doesn't even touch his hands. And this is, to me, is normally a handoff. I love the release here as far as offsetting what I'm used to calling a burst release. See how it's not straight at the bottom of the screen? That little in disorients the corner. Watch the corner react to the burst release. He goes in. Now the corner moves on to the numbers. Now we have more space to throw the out. It's even better. Usually if you can buy any part of the real estate on the numbers, you got a great opportunity to hook up and out. So burst release in, come out, but then he just misses it. And to me, he makes it harder than it has to be on the back end with his feet. For whatever reason. To me, he's super closed off. Watch his feet right here as far as how much he has to turn and hop to go to the left. Look at his feet. He's aligned up to throw to the right there, not even down the hash. Then he has to go all the way around. And that's even for Drew Brees, even for Hall of Famers, even for the most accurate quarterback probably to ever do it. It's tough to go from there to throwing out. And it's not a massive wide miss, but he's open. He doesn't even touch him. Just harder than it has to be. And it was like that all game. Then this one down the middle of the field really gets bailed out with a PI to the number 2 up top. This is a variation of what I'm going to call Tampa 2 here. But, man, late down the middle of the field, very easily could have been an interception. Hard to see the pass interference from the middle field player here, but he definitely does grab him in the shoulder. But to me, that's a jump ball. Like, that's just a weird decision from a player of what, excuse me, what Drew Brees has been able to do over the course of his career. It's just late, tardy down the middle of the field. Like, it's just strange. Again, look at this. I mean, bailed out. The PI right at the end, he obviously grabs him right at the collar. But, man, that's got a great shot, opportunity to be intercepted, even if he doesn't do the PI. I don't know what 54 and 58 are complaining about. I wasn't even close. So here's the pick six. This one really ruined the game. So let me talk about it before we show it. If you're going to throw quick out with a faux motion, meaning for nothing, just to show it, so you're going to get this kick in here, they're going to swap this off, and you're doing this so you get better leverage on the out, you get more real estate without showing it pre-snap. Any corner, even at like high level adult flag football, will know that that is coming. I mean, any NFL corners will know short motion to a guy who's on the ball, got a great opportunity for a quick out. And I mean, he is eyeballing this thing the entire time, staring right at the receiver. He looks right at him, then gets his eyes back, and the ball is right there. Now, I think the thing that makes this just as bad, not only is this just kind of an alert versus a perfect look, all for 6-yard quick out, but they're running screen back the other way, and it would have been a nice hit. It's like he doesn't have to take this. This isn't one in a 1-2-3. This is a kind of pre-snap alert gift type look. So watch it a handful of times here, but man, this design element of this just kills me. So again, short motion, hide the split. Okay, now watch the corner. Corner's eyeballing that out, eyeball it, break on it. I mean, come on. Look when Tom lets this thing go. I mean, that's a gift. That's too easy. This to me is an absolute design malfunction, and it's obviously a decision too, but I mean, he's open. To throw a quick out, that's open. He just makes a better break on the ball. It's behind him a little bit. But I mean, anybody who's going to throw a quick out is going to throw it with that right there. You just got to put it out on the sideline. Miss like Drew missed on that last out towards the sideline. Can't miss back a little bit. He misses back. But again, to me, it's design, execution. And that's a brutal feeling. And that's the L. And that basically put them out of range for the entire game. One play, critical error. But again, you can see the screen here. Watch the screen potentially developing to the left. So you don't have to do it. That's the thing about it. You're looking over there, short motion. I mean, the screen is coming out. You can see the screen, the interior lineman coming out for the screen. It's going to be there. Instead, we go from that to pick six. All for a quick out. Wow. Tough. But he bounces back like you would imagine. This is a great design play. A little keeper, tight end all by himself. Basically 3 overs here. Again, I love this design. I love scheming people open. This is always, to me, we talk a lot about scheming people open on this channel. And the idea, how do you do it? What does it mean? It means when you get guys wide open. So right here, we're going to get backside over, backside post, and then we're going to get this tight end coming underneath and over all by himself. And just an absolute perfectly designed play. Great execution, but this is as open as it will ever get in the red area. So for me, the Bucs offense is so much kind of all or nothing. And I don't necessarily know if it has to be that. But they had some great schemed open plays. And Tom made some great throws, as we'll see here in the second half. Love the design, this little motion across, Gronk decoy, play action 2, boot away. Man, that's a good feeling throwing that ball. 3rd and 1, and this was probably one of the throws of the game for me for Brady, just how he had to do it off platform, someone right in his face, backing up, fade away. I mean, that's a beautiful play. It's also a well-designed play. Again, not that you never see this play, but it's got a little old school to it. Come insert into whatever, the B gap, the C gap, come out here and run this little corner banana. But again, you got a massive collision from the back here, but I think the thing to pay attention to is Brady's base falling away, strong enough torque, enough arm strength, enough body control to be able to deliver this ball down the field on 3rd and 1. So great call. Great execution, unbelievable throw, fade away for the win, strike. Again, ball accuracy, up on his face. Really nice job. Love that call. Again, you can see it here, the insert element of the route. He's got to fight through there. You know, he runs into the back of the Gronk. Boom, pinballs out. Again, look when he makes this throw. He's going to throw that thing. He's barely turned. Got someone right in his face. Fade away. Strike. Man, that's a beautiful execution. That's outstanding. Then this next throw on a little double move. Again, off the same ridiculous faux motion. Fake the quick out down here. This time he throws a double move. This is the throw of the night for me for Tom. I'll let it play once. He drops it right on his lap. No window to throw. Look at the window he's got to throw this thing. Again, faux motion. We're going to run basically a little double move, and it's the fastest double move you can get here as far as comes up. He stutters out a little bit, and then he's up the sideline. And when Brady goes, makes a little play fake, and throws this thing, he hasn't even started the out element. It would be a good anticipation throw if it was an out. He throws it before he even gets into the out on the up. So the timing, the big A, the anticipation we always talk about, this is what I'm talking about. Slow it way down. The wide receiver hasn't, Tom's going to throw it right there. The wide receiver is not into the outbreak yet. Fakes the out and up. I mean, the ball's in the air before he even is near done with the outbreak. I mean, it's not open. He throws him open right here. That's nice coverage. He's right in his hip. It's just a better ball. It's just a strike. It's just in the bottom of the bucket. It's in the bottom of the trash can. It doesn't hit the rim. That thing is right at the bottom. Get the penalty. But just the timing of that thing, the anticipation. Look at the off the play action, one hitch in perfect rhythm. Boop, boom. Drops it out of a helicopter from the rafters right on him. I mean, look at the ball location. Look at the window he has to throw on the sideline here. He's on the tracks, on the sideline. That thing probably lands in the white. My goodness. Just beautiful. So good on so many different levels. Then this last one, down here to the bottom of the screen, a corner to Evans. This throw to me, and it's basically a quick out. Again, the dreaded quick out. So we're going to get a quick out right here by the number 1. And then we're going to get a corner. Great release here by Mike. Slips him inside and sets it back to the corner. The thing about this throw is you anticipate the wide receiver beating his guy, but you really have to pay attention to the corner. This is the guy who can take this corner away. So you really just go 1 to the quick out, to 2 to the corner. But this guy, if he falls off at all, this throw is really difficult. And this throw is really difficult. Again, he's showing off his accuracy. This to me was another one of my favorite throws. And you can see that corner kind of falling off. Again, check the release of Evans. Good luck. Whoop. See ya. Got him. Again, beautiful ball. Probably would want it like a yard more towards the pylon, but man, that is a strike. High back 5 we talk about all the time. Again, but that corner, this is a condensed window. From the far hash, corner almost comes off and makes the play. If he's a little taller, he probably does. Goodness. Beautiful throw. Great execution. And there really were a lot more of these types of throws than I saw in the broadcast version. And so, moving forward, I'm pretty excited to see how Tampa Bay, again, you can see so close to being able to just outstretched arms. That's a tight window. I mean, beautiful, high, nice catch, great footwork, outstanding execution. Then I put this one on there just because this is a ridiculous play call. I mean, Drew Brees, for whatever reason, is whether they're not allowing him to throw it down the field or constructing opportunities to give him a chance, they manufacture this double pass. Got to have it. One of the main reasons I put it on here is I'm just a massive fan of Antonio Winfield Jr., this safety right here, being able, to me, obviously great play call, double pass, whatever. We get this over coming across here, and we get Kamara up the sideline. Now, to me, I think he sees double pass, and then he feels Kamara come out here, and he's able to basically tell the corner who's following the over, hey, he either yells to him or points it for him to spin off, and it's the only reason that it's not a touchdown. So, the operation on the back end, playing quarterback from the back end, just a great job right here. And you can see it right there. He either puts his hand out, he does something to tell the corner, hey, the back's out, and there it is. Because he still doesn't even see the ball thrown because he baseball turns on the over. They pass this thing off. I mean, that's pretty impressive for a rookie safety. I mean, and they get him down in the open field working together for the tackle, squeezing him. But again, just for me, to see a safety have that type of communication with the back out the backfield, like, I mean, it's pretty hidden. It's a well-designed play. Great timing on the play call, too. Obviously, wide-ass open. Great execution. But that type of safety vision, to me, just jumped out. And that's what you get watching the All-22. Sometimes you just see things like that, and it makes you appreciate what the guys are doing on the other side of the ball. You know, it's not DB school or safety school, but I think that there is an element of being able to appreciate how difficult it can be to play on the back end here. Again, great job just getting him down to a certain extent. Boom. So the full game is a lot of fun. It was probably more surprising than I even anticipated. I obviously wanted to watch the game in real time, broadcast version, two of the best quarterbacks to ever do it. Whether they're necessarily doing it their best right now, probably the film probably says no. But Tom probably played better than I thought he did watching the game. He made some really special throws. I'm excited to watch what the Buck offense does once they get on kind of the same script as far as some of the underneath stuff, some of the more, ball control, kind of read body language type option routes, those types of things. But as far as accuracy down the field, Tom Brady, really impressive. I'm excited for it. You want the full version, get over to the Patreon community. I appreciate it. Have a good one.